Adrian Beecher with the SkyBoat.com, coming to you from inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium, where the Alabama Crimson Tide just defeated the Florida State Seminoles 24-7. Despite it being 24-7, at the end of the game, at a half, Florida State had a chance to tie the game. They were down 10-7, but Alabama blocked the field goal attempt. The only score for the game for Florida State came on a drive where Francois, the Florida State quarterback, completed 7 of 7 passes for 86 yards. But they were not able to get any type of production on the offensive side of the ball the rest of the game. Francois threw 2 interceptions. They had a punt that was blocked, and then they turned the ball over on a fumble, on a kickoff. It was just weird mistakes for Florida State. And that's what really cost them, and Jimbo Fisher talked about that after the game.
Our defense did a really nice job in keeping us in the ball game, trying to give us some chances, and I think we pressed on offense, didn't get good field position, made some mistakes on defense.
Now the worst news for Florida State is not the loss, it's the fact that Francois, their quarterback, was carted off the field in an air cast. Things don't look good for Florida State from the quarterback position moving forward. Jimbo isn't saying anything, hasn't heard from the doctors, won't hear about that at least until Monday. Now, looking at Alabama, things are looking good for them. However, they struggled to move the ball on offense. They only had 96 yards passing coming from Jalen Hurts. And multiple times they had the ball in plus territory and they were not able to capitalize. Missed a couple field goals. So they have a lot to improve on. But Nick Saban feels like they played much better in the second half, and I would have to attest to that. He talked about making those improvements and those adjustments and how that was key for them moving forward in this game.
Obviously, some of the areas that we probably weren't as happy with is consistency on offense. Didn't make a lot of explosive plays, had some opportunities, whether it was a lack of protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to do what he needed to do, but we didn't have any turnovers, we didn't have any penalties. We got to do a better job of executing on a more consistent basis, but very, very proud of our players to come in first game of the season. You could always pick out a few things that were a little ugly, but I'm really proud of the way they competed. They played really hard in the game. It was a tough physical game, and hopefully we'll focus on improving and do the things that we need from here on out to try to get better as a team. We certainly know where we're at right now.
Now a win's a win's a win's a win. And for Alabama, they got the win. Florida State got the loss. It's not the end of the world for Florida State. As a matter of fact, they could still make it into the college football playoff. I mean, it's Alabama, the #1 team in the country. They weren't even favored to win. They were favored to lose by 5 points anyways. But for Alabama, lack of offensive production is going to be a key thing that they're going to have to work on this season. Florida State was able to hold them multiple times. Jalen Hurts only had 96 yards passing through the air. Like I said, a win's a win, and Alabama starts the season 1-0. Florida State starts the season 0-1. And now they got to move on and play the rest of the season. That about wraps things up from here in Atlanta, Georgia, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, in 2017 Chick-Fil-A Kickoff game. I'm Adrian Beecher reporting for the SkyBoat.com. Again, Florida State loses to Alabama 24-7 is your final score.